Alright, so, all the way back in 2022, back even before the Wii Party video, I set out to complete all of the Switch games that I owned but had not already beaten. One of those games was Miitopia. You can probably tell where this is going. Yeah, I did not achieve that goal. At the time, I had 6 Switch games, 3 of which I had already beaten. One of the 3 I did not, however, 100% was Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. I had not even touched Bowser's Fury and also did not finish 3D World as I still had Champions Road to do. I still remember struggling with Champions Road back when I was 11, by the way. I did not even bother re-attempting it back in 2022, so 2 days ago as of writing the script, I decided to give it another go and beat it within literally 15 minutes. I also got all 100 shines in Bowser's Fury, fully 100%ing the game. Now, while I was getting the final shine in Bowser's Fury, I had this video idea pop into my head. I was going to start it whenever I felt like it, but then I beat Champions Road and said that if I'm going to make this video, then I might as well also 100% 3D Land. So I spent a solid 3 hours across yesterday and today, beating the final 5 worlds with Mario to unlock the final level, that I then managed to beat in a little over an hour. Here's a proof screenshot since I did it on my 3DS and really can't capture footage of it. Okay, with all that backstory out of the way, I think we can get into the actual focal point of the video. 3D Land saved its console while 3D World couldn't. Here's why. Okay, so to start off, let's take a look at why 3D Land was such a success. Now, the 3DS had a really tough launch. Barely any games to play, and the eShop didn't even function. The most interesting game available was Pilotwings Resort, and even that was just okay. If you feel like it, I have an entire video on the topic. The 3DS was struggling to sell, so Nintendo really needed a big game to really push the 3DS and make it a success. Something that really took advantage of its stereoscopic 3D and made it worthwhile and not just a gimmick. So they announced the first fully original 3D Mario on a handheld console. Sure, Mario 64 DS exists, but that's just Mario 64 at its core. 3D Land was a fully original game, so in November of 2011, it would be released along with Mario Kart 7, and the 3DS was redeemed and became an actual success during a time when Nintendo really needed it. 3D Land sure is a game. I beat it all the way back in 2022 when I first got my 3DS, and now that I finally 100%ed it today, I can say that it is fine. This was a problem pretty much every Mario thing that came out back then had, but man, this game is just forgettable to shit. It's really generic. And you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that. The only time a Mario game really bored me to hell with its blandness and genericness was New Super Mario Bros. 2, and even that was only boring because it was unbelievably easy and I was also rushing through it to be able to get my pacifist video out. This game, on the other hand, has a completely different problem. To fully 100% the game and unlock the final level, you have to beat every single level twice with both Mario and Luigi, with 16 entire worlds and a really fucking bland and non-variety levels. That is hell. I got so bored playing everything all over again to unlock SA Crown. The first time I played the game, I had no problem with it and really enjoyed myself. Granted, the more you beat of the special levels, the more of a pain in the ass they become. It's going for 100%, that's an insane pain in the ass. Just beating the game normally is fine. I hate Cosmic Mario. He's so annoying and shows up so often. Every single fucking castle level ever in the special worlds is terrible. Okay, enough complaining. It does blend 2D and 3D Mario pretty well. Sometimes it's a bit 2D focused though, like way too 2D focused. Obviously nowadays you can just play 3D World instead as it's a shit ton better. Hell, 3D World's existence makes 3D Land pretty much obsolete, and it's just infinitely better in every way. Even then, the impact this game had is undeniable and really cannot be dismissed. It's a perfectly fine game, nothing in it is bad except for the castles and the special worlds, but going for 100% is just really annoying. Still a very deserving addition to the mainline Mario series and an absolute savior for Nintendo at the time. Now for 3D World. I have pretty much nothing but positives to say about this game. I beat it back when I got it at the launch of the Switch port in 2021, and man, this game is just nothing but fun. It is so good. It's pretty much just a successor to 3D Land. The gameplay is identical, but where this game really shines is with all of the new stuff and all of the variety in all of the levels, which is something I just cannot say about 3D Land. It is such a vast improvement on that game. Champions Road is unlocked without beating the whole thing 5 times. Who could have guessed? Fuck you, 3D Land. Then again, you still have to beat every level except for Champions Road 5 times to get 5 stars on your save and 100% the game. But since that doesn't unlock the final level and I actually had fun doing it at my own pace all the way back then, I'll just let it slide. Yeah, 3D World is just 3D Land, but infinitely better. It's so polished, so fun, it has so much variety, like, just the new power-ups are so good, just everything is so fucking good, and just everything I could ever want in a 3D Mario. Now, why did 3D World just not have as much success as 3D Land? Well, first of all, let's look at the console was released for. 3D World was released on the Wii U in 2013. Like the 3DS, the Wii U needed a game to show people what it was capable of. 3D World, while an amazing game, doesn't really do the Wii U justice. Sure, it uses the touchscreen, but that's really it. It didn't do anything that couldn't be done on any other console. The Switch version did the touchscreen thing on TV perfectly fine, so... This is something that Scott the Woz said in his A Console's Perfect Fit video, and I totally agree with him. It goes something like this. 3D World and Odyssey should have been swapped. Odyssey is a game that would have sat really well on Wii U and also show people what it could do. Just as an example, the tank capture could have been perfect for the Wii U gamepad, and the way 3D World merges 2D and 3D Mario is a perfect metaphor for how the Switch merges handheld and home console gaming at the same time. Just everything about these two games and the consoles they were released for just should have been inversed. 3D World just failed to catch the attention of many people, and while it did help selling Wii U's, it didn't really save the console as 3D Land did. I'm really happy 3D World got a chance to be experienced by more people with the Switch release because it is just a great game, and it was just dealt a really bad hand at launch. Who knows how things could have played if they had actually swapped places? Well, we'll never know. And really, that's all. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.